Hello and welcome back to the bathroom. Today we're going to be doing some tiling. We've spent the morning doing much admin and preparation and thinking and planning and measuring. And so I think we have a pretty good idea of how we're going to approach this. And so we will take you along for the ride. And hopefully by the end of this video, we will have the entire bathroom tiled. The walls, the floors, the service cavities at either end, all the things. We're very excited. So we're going to get started. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm also very prepared this time for the mess.
Yes.
Long sleeves and jeans.
Now, one thing that we have not shown the lovely people is the tiles that we've chosen.
They're pink, right?
Yeah, they match your t-shirt.
Got to make sure I get the pattern in the right direction.
This is a bold choice.
For us, we normally go quite neutral because previously when we've been doing property renovation, we've always been bearing in mind that we would eventually be selling. This property, however, we're hoping not to have to ever sell. So
well, we will at some point.
Yeah, that is going on the floor.
Nice. So we've got this kind of circular pattern, but then there is also another pattern that reveals itself. So they're quite small tiles, but it ends up being quite a large repeating pattern because you essentially get two patterns per group of four.
The other pattern.
Yeah.
And then for the walls, let me get that and put it next to this so you can get the full effect.
Oh, yeah.
And this goes on the walls.
Oh, look at that.
And we ummed and ahed about this for so long because it's a little bit out of our comfort zone. So I really hope by the end of this video that we're happy with our choices.
There's only one way to find out.
I think that's right. Can you double check with your eyes?
Okay, so this is our first tile.
And then how do we get a little bit extra at the back for the fall?
I would say there is a bit extra at the back.
Okay.
And of course I'm standing in front of the laser line, so I can't really see where it needs to go.
So before you go pushing too hard on anything, you just run this along in a handful of spots.
That's
way low. Yeah, and then across this way as well.
Ho ho ho, have you seen?
Okay, good.
So you want me to lift it?
Well, I'm just asking. I don't.
No, that is the right thing to do.
But because you've back butted it, how do you know?
You can kind of see
the ridges.
Yeah. I mean, we did it when we did the Schluter, right? So
yes, I know.
We should do
what
it
I
now.
learned from that is like, yeah, we should test. Just don't break the tile. I mean, that looks pretty good.
I would say that is
along the front edge.
99.5% coverage.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Good. Okay, this is the tile?
Yes.
Perfect, thank you. Okay.
Do you need a second set of hands somewhere? That's just slipping.
It's not supposed to slip.
No.
I can't see the laser because I'm in the way.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right there.
I mean, if you get it on the correct on this side all along, then it will naturally be correct on the bottom.
Yeah.
But it's just getting it See how much it slipped?
Yeah, it slipped a lot, and it's supposed to be a non-slip adhesive. Because I can't screw a batten to the wall because it will puncture the waterproofing. Well, some time has passed, and we have laid no more tiles. We're really struggling with the slippage, which shouldn't be happening because we have a non-slip adhesive. We're back buttering the tiles. We're using the right size notch trowel. It's possible that the mix is either too thick or too thin, but I need to do some more experimentation to understand which of those it might be. So we're coming up with a new plan, or at least a new direction, and we're going to go above the shelf rather than below. The reason I wanted to go below the shelf is so that we can actually get some whole tiles on the wall and actually make a bit more progress in a shorter amount of time. But that has not happened. And so we're actually working with some of the slightly more fiddly cuts around the shower mixer and stuff like that. But they're actually not too fiddly, just paying attention, doing a bit of measuring, and using the angle grinder with a diamond wheel to cut out the holes. But yeah, this has not gone as smoothly as I thought it would. And I don't know why I ever think it should, because we're always doing things for the first time. The tiles look nice though.
It's 9.5. But yeah, we'll go for that. You just concentrate on your edge.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I'll believe that.
But it's definitely easier when you're not trying to get it to hang off the wall.
Yeah, which I guess makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to do this one next because it's a full one with no cuts.
It's a bit easier, yeah.
And it's maybe easier, maybe not.
I'm putting 3 just because I can.
Sounds reasonable.
I'll tell you what though, the colour looks excellent. So we got one thing right.
Well, that's the important thing. That you like the way it looks.
Large format tiles, probably not a good idea for beginners. Okay, so move it, yeah, a bit more, yeah, and then back. Yeah. It seems better, doesn't it?
Does seem better. We're going to get the hang of this eventually.
By the time we finish.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we have another bathroom to do, so. Sorry, you already got 3. I thought you only got 1.
Ooh, okay, so something has gone awry. There we go.
How are we doing for mix?
I think we can probably get this row.
There's another orientation if I pass it up to you.
I'm just going to put these spacers back in because they really get in the way of spreading the adhesive.
Yeah.
To get it tight down
you
there.
get up on the...
Oh, you're going to pass it up to me? Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just be careful not to get too much adhesive into that fitting there.
Yeah, I'll clean it out afterwards, I think. Well, we are slowly going in the right direction, but slowly is definitely the word of the day. If someone had told me this morning that we would only get half of the smallest wall done in more than 8 hours, because it's now gone 8 p.m, then I would have laughed at them. Despite the slow progress, we're really pleased with how it's coming together. We're really intentionally taking our time, trying to get a good finish, trying to get everything to line up, trying to get all good coverage on the back of all the tiles. And so, of course, that takes a bit more time. See you tomorrow.
Because we were having issues with the heavy, large format tile slipping down the wall on the first day, We decided to rig something up to prevent that on day 2 so that we could continue. The right-hand side of this wall is out of the main wet area, so we were happy to screw a batten to the wall at that point, and we supported the other end with a small leg and a screw driven into the front. We didn't want to attach this directly to the wall and put a hole through the waterproof membrane for fairly obvious reasons. But this solution worked well, and it allowed us to continue the tiles on this wall with the gap between the tiles wrapping around in a continuous line from the top of the shelf. This also meant that we could delay working on any tiles that needed holes cut out of them for all the plumbing. We'll get to that in due course, but let me tell you now, it was a bit of an ordeal. We have all that to look forward to. Stay tuned.
Yeah. I'll wait till you finish moving it around a few times. Can you just slide it to the side? I mean, they don't move easily, so yeah, that looks good. Okay.
Okay.
It's a lot more stressful than I expected.
Yeah, me too.
Let me put the spaces in. Bear with me.
Yep.
Okay. A bit more.
Still a bit.
I think there just might be a couple of high spots on this wall.
I think there is, yeah. That's the reject. That's the good one.
So this one, same again.
Good.
Whilst we waited for the tiles above the batten on the big wall to set a bit, we used up the leftover adhesive on the low wall at the other end of the room where the sink will be.
You want to do?
Yeah, I can. It's just setting it on the OSB.
So yeah, if you set it on the OSB at a slight angle, as tight to the wall as you can go, and then kind of whack it onto the wall. Yes. That's great.
There's no way to do this at the top, is it? It's just squeeze. Yeah. No clips can go in there.
No clips. No, not needed.
That's not
Too loud.
Yep. So just watch the spaces are going to fall.
Okay. Excellent. Did we explain the batten thing yesterday?
I don't think we explained anything.
Yeah.
I did not do any talking.
Yesterday was not a...
Oh, this is a bit stiff, no?
You think it's too stiff?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's too stiff.
Okay.
That is the perfect mix. I don't know how we got that right the first time. I have to be careful here or I'll get sticky fingers.
Got to put some innuendo in for the innuendo lovers.
It has been requested.
Now, I don't think there's as many opportunities for innuendo as there is when you do plumbing or when you're playing with wood.
No, I agree. It's very upsetting.
I mean, tiles are hard, but that's really...
Rock hard. That's about it, really.
That's about it. Oh, stiffness. You talk about how
it's a nice stiff mix.
Should we put a grey spacer in the top left there as well?
We'll put it in a second.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Done.
I just wanted to be doubly sure we're doing it right. And there's all this thing about with small tiles, which we're not using, don't actually need to be back butted.
The small ones, it's not as important.
Yeah.
And some people do it with a notch, and some people do it like you're doing flat.
Yeah, exactly. So most people said flat is fine. I was like, good, because that's what we've been doing.
If we did the notch, it might have helped with the slippage, but...
Maybe, but I did some research on that too, and we've done everything that most people say you need to do.
We might need some shims standing by as well.
These gloves are difficult to work in.
All gloves are difficult to work in. That's why I hate wearing them. Yeah. But this stuff is very messy.
Let's see if you can get in. Side pieces.
Sidey bits, yeah. I picked this up too early, didn't I?
Yep.
Good job, it's not heavy at all.
Less heavy than the stone ones.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, look at that. Right, so right to left. Yeah. How are we for grout ones? Depth.
Yeah, they're okay. I do need some shims though.
Where did I put the level? Right here.
I'm just going to clean the crack out a bit.
No one needs to see that. Just needs to be roughly in place and then we'll perfect it.
So we want 45.3. Mm-hmm. What was the measurement offset that we said? 14.7.
Yeah, put a stop block in. All right, round two, because I can't do maths. 13.7.
If I could do math, I might have caught that, but...
Oh dear. Not enough coffee this morning.
Definitely not.
Oh, I hate that noise.
The noise of being wrong.
Smarter.
It was finally time to work out how we were going to cut holes in the tiles to allow us to connect up all the plumbing. And it turns out this is one occasion when having the right tool for the job is incredibly important.
Okay, the clamp just fell off.
What did? Oh, the clamp.
It's going to take a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Switch it onto hammer. Oh,
That's not great. So we are not having much luck on this tiling project, and it's starting to get a bit frustrating. So we had a ceramic tile cutting bit. It was a variable one, so you can kind of set a grub screw to get the size of hole that you want. We tried that yesterday, the day before, and it didn't cut very well. The grub screw kept coming loose and it started putting big scratches in the tiles. We looked online to buy a set of diamond tipped hole saws for cutting tile, and most of the good ones were quite expensive and they weren't going to arrive in time for us to finish the project and finish the video and get it out to you for the weekend. So we thought, okay, well, we'll try and shop locally, which we try to do as much as possible anyway. And we went to the local store, we spoke to the guy, and he said, well, I've got this professional tile cutting kit with all the things. It was by Ruby, which is a good brand. In fact, some of the trowels that we've got are from Ruby, but it was 500 euros. And we only need to make 4 holes. 100 and something euros per hole is too steep for me. But he said he also had these smaller drill bits, which are actually very similar to the variable one that we had, but they weren't variable. He had them in different sizes. So we bought one of those. It was only 7 euros. We tested it out. In fact, I can show it to you. Here's some of the test cuts that we did. I don't know if you can see that. There's a small hole in the middle. We actually drilled this 4 times with this 10mm ceramic bit. And then when we were done with that, which took a long time, we noticed that the tip of the drill bit was already blunt and damaged. So that's when we decided to try our carbide tipped SDS bits, and that wasn't working very well either. We thought maybe more power is the solution, and you know how that story ends.
Oh.
So making the holes in these tiles for all the plumbing to go through has been a bit of a pain in the arse. But we're going to press on with putting all the tiles on that don't need holes in them, and then we'll try and go out tonight to a DIY store that's further away, so it'll be about a 3-hour round trip. See if we can get something there that is fit for purpose but not too expensive, and hope that we can get this done soon. We were hoping to get the floor done as well, but that is definitely going to have to wait for the next episode. Anyway, we'll press on.
There's loads up on the shelf here. Tell me what you need and I'll pass it to you. It needs to go more to the left. So we said there on the right we have to pack it up, but on the left it should be almost right.
Yeah, it's bang on. The other one moved.
Yeah.
Not much though.
No, it
The
still looks
grout
like the
line is
grout
right
line
in
is
the
right in
middle.
the laser. Yeah. So dry fit first if you can. Or might have been a bit. It might be. No. Up. Oh, no. Too.
Were you too precise?
I was too precise. Worst sin in the world.
I don't know, back buttering tiles is pretty bad. Oh, I was going to say I spared the lovely people the sound, but the camera is actually still on. Have I been too precise? No.
No, you're on the right hand side. You're not on the right. Yeah.
There we go. It's very unlikely for me to be too precise.
Can't believe we're back where we started.
Yeah, but look at all the progress we've made. It's in a way, it's really good that this didn't work the first time, because then we would have been really annoyed that our lines were not matching.
I think we would have been redoing that for sure.
I think we probably would have been, yeah. And we are not going to talk about the lines that don't line up, because nobody knows.
It's like in crochet, you make some mistakes, but no one else will see it. Oof. I'm just going to do it like this. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I've got the water standing by.
Feels like this table is vibrating too much.
Well, the table is all we've got.
It's going to take a while.
It's going to take a while. Oh no! Yeah.
So after we finished working last night at about 7 p.m, we jumped in the car to drive to the big DIY store in the city of Coimbra, which is about an hour's drive away. Fortunately, they're open till 9 p.m, so we could go and see if we could get our hands on a proper tile cutting bit. They didn't have a huge selection, but they did have this one brand called Dexter available in store, so we picked up a 35mm and a 53mm option for the two different sizes of holes that we need to cut. We were running a bit low on tiles, so decided to do a test cut in a reject, and I'm glad that we did. The first hole took 23 minutes to cut all the way through, and despite the catastrophic failure, we decided to press on. We made a slight design improvement to our cutting station to add some support beneath the tile that we were going to cut, and 20 minutes later we had our first good hole.
Let's just hope it's in the right location.
Don't say that.
Alright, you have side clips in.
Yeah, I got all the clips.
Clips are in.
Yeah, we're getting... No, I was about to say we're getting good just at the end. I don't think we're that good yet.
Better.
We're better than when we started. Still a very messy job.
Where'd you put the tile?
It's right here next to me.
Yeah. Even
It's
better.
what we call being prepared.
Well done. Finally learning.
First time for everything, right?
Did you back butter it?
Oh no. See? It's just too many things to think about. Oh, shut up.
Sorry. You were like, yeah, we're getting better at this.
Yeah, we're not getting any better at all. We're
just getting more tired.
Oh, I'm so tired. I mean, when you get home from the hardware store at 10:30 p.m. But this is why I'm glad that you are here, because I'm the kind of idiot that would not have even noticed.
I'm sure.
And then you would be like, did you do it? I'd be like, oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I was just asking because normally it's my job, and I'm
Yeah.
standing over here like a lazy
that's why
person.
I forgot. Because someone's
slacking
off.
Double check the hole is right.
You double check your hole is right.
Oh, it looks
The hole is good. I'm just going to
clean it up.
give that a bit of a... I'm just going to wipe out your hole. Ugh. So, we're making some good progress with the hole cutting. We've done 2 tiles complete successfully. We've put 1 big hole into this tile, but this one also needs 2 small holes as well. So this is for the bidet and for the hot and cold tap for the sink. 3 holes in 1 tile. It's certainly testing our concentration and patience, but this process is working really well, making sure everything's nice and supported, measuring, checking, measuring again, putting in a pilot hole, and then switching to the hole saw. So let's see if we can get these 2 more done, and then that will be all the holes complete.
Drilling all 3 of these holes in the single tile took over an hour, but fortunately they all went smoothly, and it was a huge relief to have this fairly stressful part of the job all done.
You turn the laser on at the same time.
Yep.
Almost need something to like hold this in place.
Yeah, that's you.
Okay, that's me. Here I am.
Put that one on the other side.
Yeah. All right, moment of truth.
And drop it.
No, don't drop it. Let's see how good you are at measuring things. Oh, that's pretty close.
The screw-ins now need to go into the middle of the brass fitting.
Yes, they do.
So as long as these holes are the brass fitting or larger,
Yeah.
then we are fine. I mean, it's not perfect, but by the time you get adhesive on there, that will be fine.
My love, are you there? It's almost time for a small celebration.
I have to finish cleaning first.
Yeah, but no one needs to know that.
No.
So something that we got quite a few questions, comments, etc. about in the last video where we did all the waterproofing. Other than the "why did you bother doing all the waterproofing" comment, was about the shower trap and don't we need to do something around it rather than just run the membrane up to it. The answer is yes, we do. We didn't do it in that video because we finished at about 9:30 p.m. We were quite tired and we knew that we weren't going to be starting with the floor. Need to clean up more of this grout stuff. But this piece of membrane actually came with the shower trap that we bought. So it's cut to size and I'm going to install it now. Adhesive down the shower trap.
That'll be good.
Because that would be bad to actually have a block drain before we even have our first shower.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine? Yes, it is the kind of thing that we would do.
Tip for anyone else who does their own tiling. Scrape out the gaps between the tiles of adhesive before it sets, because it's a real pain to do it afterwards.
Yeah, why do you think I stopped doing that and started doing this?
I mean, I guess the same goes for cleaning the face of them before it all sets.
Yeah, we should have done that, but I think we were a little bit
it's
preoccupied
quite
with
late.
the stress of
Getting them on the wall in the first place.
getting them on in the right place with the right gaps and everything lining up.
Yep.
This tiling business is not as easy as other people make it look. So, the wall tiling is done. It took 4 days, which I can't quite believe, but it is done and we are very pleased with the result. We will tackle the floor in a separate video, but we thought we'd just wrap this one up with a couple of final thoughts, as we often do. We are absolutely knackered, but we're very pleased.
It's excellent. It looks really good. The colour is beautiful. It's going to match our timber lintels, and when we get the windows done, they're also going to be timber. This is also going to be timber, and it looks excellent. Very happy. But yeah, 4 days of exhausting, and it probably didn't come across on video, but we were so frustrated the first couple of days. And then frustrated when we couldn't get the holes drilled. But
eventually it's all come together.
Yeah, I just wanted to portray the realism, which is, it was very difficult to get the finish that we wanted. It was very frustrating. It was very long days and we were very exhausted. But we are very happy with the result. And we're still waiting for the grout to arrive that we ordered.
Oh yeah.
And I think when that goes in, it's going to look even better. One final thing I want to say is about the way that we've done all of the walls before the floor. Normally you have the floor done and you run the wall tiles down to it. Because they're such large format tiles, it was really difficult to do the way we wanted, which was to leave the bottom row of tiles and come back to them after the floor is done. So what we've done is we've left a large allowance, and we used, you'll see it in the video, some pieces of OSB with some spaces that we've calculated the depth of the adhesive and the tile, and then the tiny bit of silicone that needs to go up. So we've left that gap. We'll slide under the wall that first tile around the edge on a slight angle, and then we'll do the rest of the floor.
So the short version is, the walls are done. We're very happy with the result. The grout that we ordered a week or so ago hasn't arrived yet, but hopefully it will arrive soon so we can grout the walls. But in the meantime, we can now make a start on the floor once we've done a bit more cleanup. And hopefully you can join us for that in a future episode. We'll see you then. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Too much cleanup.
I hate cleaning.
You don't do cleaning.